What's going on, guys? Reisshub back with another video, and in today's video I want to cover how to create advantages in your trio fights. I'm going to be looking over some of the data from the weekend over the Frosty Frenzy, and in particular from session 3 of round 2, and this is going to be from Rezon, Chapix, and then Tayson, who took first place here. Just going to be looking through some of their fights and breaking down some of the angles and how you guys can incorporate that into your own gameplay. So let's get into it. Started off session 3 round 2 with over 20 eliminations in both first 2 games. The first one being 28 eliminations and then 21 eliminations after that. And these guys, as you're probably aware, are a highly aggressive team, dropping at salty towers and then rotating into Pleasant in the majority of games to try and pick up those eliminations. In game 1, since they had salty towers uncontested, you can see that they quickly looted and then grabbed the slurp trunk, then rotating north into Pleasant Park to instantly fight the team who was there. How they actually started this fight was very interesting, because they noticed that one player was really separated and off to the left hand side. This meant that the other 2 players were around the center of Pleasant Park, and that this was an opportunity for them to get an advantage in this fight. Tayson made a very aggressive play to shockwave instantly on that singled out opponent, and followed up that was Rezon with a shockwave bouncer of himself. This created an instant 2v1 with Rezon and Tayson both pressuring onto this single player and picking up the easy elimination here. Now, this creates an instant 3v2 situation between the 2 teams. Now, you may be asking yourself, what was Chapix doing this whole time? Because obviously it was a 2v1 situation in that fight. Fuck all. No. Well, Chapix was staying back and ensuring that the other 2 were not pushing over to them. He was consistently pressuring them back, taking shots at them whenever they were taking peeks. And this allowed Tayson and Rezon to win their fight because they didn't have to worry about being third-partied by the other 2 members of the team. Despite this being a great plan, this could work against Chapix because this is still a 1v2 situation. The other 2 teammates could then turn around and start trying to pressure Chapix instead and to create a great 2v1 for them. The reason this isn't really a problem is because, remember, Tayson and Rezon both still have shockwaves, and they can just instantly shockwave back onto Chapix to create a 3v2 rather than that 1v2 instantly. Once Tayson and Rezon have picked up the other player who's alive, Chapix then instantly starts ramping for height and being aggressive, and at the same time Tayson shockwaves over and claims it for himself. He hits a large 50 pump on one of the players below, which means that now he has the HP advantage. He also then hits one of the other players for 37 with his AK, and then cracks the original one with a 103 shot with the charge. This means that they have a huge HP advantage, as well as having the 2v3 advantage already. At this point, this is where all players just try to get into the box, except for Rezon. Rezon is sitting back, just spraying with his AR, continually applying pressure, ensuring that the other 2 can try and actually get in, because if one's applying pressure, it's much easier for them to get into the box because he can't hold both walls. Chapix then jumps in with the Dragon Breath shotgun and picks up one of the eliminations. And if you notice, at this point he actually goes to pop a mini but then stops trying to pop it. The reason for this is because he's getting comms in his ear that the other player is white and that he is weak. This means that all players can then just pressure and finish this fight quick. If Chapix had sat and popped his heals, there's a possibility that that last player could have shockwaved away and gotten away from the fight, or just elongated it more than it needed to be. This small decision just for all these players then to pile in on the last player alive and pick up that elimination to finish this fight so quickly. So in this fight, they were quickly able to pick up one elimination by first identifying a player who was split and taking advantage of this, finishing that player quickly. Then it was a 3v2 where 2 players consistently pressured the other team, ensuring they had high ground while Rezon stayed back and applied pressure over and over. Once they were confident they had a large HP advantage, this is when Chapix and Tayson got into the boxes and finished that fight up quickly. If they jumped into the box when they didn't know they had white HP, there was a possibility that they could have been eliminated by one of the players. However, they chose the timing to do this perfectly. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a lot. I've been Reisshub. Please like and subscribe if you aren't already. Have a good day. Peace.